We're on top. We're on. Hey.
Welcome to Let's Talk Scoop, and let me tell you, it has been a minute since we've been over here. Basically, it's a safe space, all right? We have Let's Talk every single day from Wednesday to Friday, but that time is a little bit more stiff, it's a little bit more family friendly, and right now we get to unwind, we're a bit loose and everything. You can see the way I'm comfortable over here on this couch, and we're ready for some serious girl talk, some serious girl chat. If you want to go ahead and interact with us, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ebru TV Kenya. That's where you're gonna find all the episodes for Let's Talk Scoop, and let's get right into it, ladies.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli.
I am telling you, I am so excited yet petrified at the same time. You know, when you say it's a safe space, it's a good thing. But at the same time, how safe is safe, you know? You know? I'm just saying, Kenyans on Twitter, don't come for us. Anyway, my name is Kathomi.
I just love my job that I can literally say anything that I want to say on this set. This is really nice. I love this. I love everything about this. So let's do it.
All right, so the topic we're going to be talking about right now is our first time.
Ooh.
Your very first time, and not the first time you had tea, not the first time you took a couple of steps, but the first time you had sexual intercourse, all right? And Katomi over here tried to tell us a little bit earlier, there's various types of sexual intercourse. I don't know how freaky you are, all right? What things you've tried, whether it's anal, whether you've tried
Armpits, titties,
masturbation. No, we're not
all
talking about that. We're talking about the first time you've had like penetration with a penis and a vagina, or other things. I'm not here to judge, okay? But like, yeah, basically the first time you've actually lost your virginity. And I want to start with you, Katomi.
What do you want to know?
I want to know what was your experience.
First of all, I had always been, I am really scared of pain. In general, pain for me is just not a thing that I like to have in my life, and more so on my body. So it was a long time for me to actually come to terms with it. Also, there are many other factors that I've told you before. For instance, I wasn't sure. At first, I wanted to have sex with my first partner to be my husband. But then on thinking about it, I'm like, am I really going to get married anyway? And then it just kept going on. Many different things were happening. And at the end, I decided to do it. It was a bit late. I was 24. I've said this so many times on the show. I was 24 years old. And hey, I'm still pissed at all of my friends. Why? There's so many things they didn't tell me about the actual act of penis in vagina, and also the things that happen after. Yeah. Hey, I was shocked. I was in pain. I was in discomfort. My back hurt. It was crazy.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a happy experience.
Oh yeah, okay. So when it comes to like the actual experience itself, I was very, first of all, I was with someone who I was really comfortable with. This is someone I had dated for a long time. I think a whole year before. And then now the second year when we were dating is when we decided to, actually I'm the one who asked him to like, let's do this. Like, what are we waiting for?
Yeah.
And at first he was hesitant, but we were so comfortable with each other that it was an okay thing, And we decided to do it in the most conventional way, which is on an actual bed, on the bed sheets with beddings, and also it was 100% at the first one was definitely missionary.
Yeah.
So it was something like I'm seeing you, you're seeing me, we're seeing each other, It was a very intimate form of exploration for me.
Nice.
Well, for me, I think I did it due to peer pressure. I wasn't into it completely. I was just dating guys, and when we got to that point of having sex, I used to like withdraw kidogo. I'm like, I don't think I'm ready. I don't want. And I've removed my clothes, but then I decide, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
So when I finally did it, due to peer pressure, it was confusing, it was uncomfortable, it was, I don't know, like undressing in front of a guy was just something huge for me.
Yeah.
I had never done that before. Still go out unajificha, una change, nini. So I'm here, I need to undress in front of this guy, and I'm so shy, and it's like I don't even want to do it. But when it actually happened, I literally felt like puking. I don't know if it was because of the pressure or I could not understand.
Yeah.
I just felt like puking. In fact, it only happened for like maybe 2 minutes. I just wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
I was not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
And you brought it up, now I have to ask. Did you also feel like poop was gonna come out? I felt like it's the pressure, because I think of the angle I was on, it felt like I was gonna poo at some point, and I
No,
was
me, it
so
just felt like
scared
puking.
because I was so bent, you know, like I'm like on this. I'm like, what is
You
happening?
know, you have me
brother?
wondering, like, what kind of sex were you having?
I was
and this is
pressed
your
like a
first
panini,
time?
you know. It's just the first one was all right, but then now you know, you have to switch positions, girl. I was like, eh, hapana. No, I thought I was gonna poop. I honestly did.
Yeah, but
No,
yeah.
mine was, and it was painful. Then later on, I came to discover that that guy was like this size. So I'm wondering, why was it even painful to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not get it. And he was like, he wanted us to do it the second time, and I'm like, no, that thing, no.
And what about you, madam?
Yo, let me tell you. Okay, I lost my virginity. I like to say it was a two-part series. Okay, the first time I don't think it counts, and the second time is when it actually happened. So the first time was with a guy that I wasn't really that into. We were talking, but I wasn't really like that into him. But I just knew, like, you know what? I'm 19 years old. All my other people seem to be doing it. I'll give you a shot. You're cute. It's okay. Yeah. So we ended up doing it, and I kid you not. Yeah. He's like on top of me. I'm just like, is this how it's supposed to feel? Because I felt nothing. I swear to God, I felt nothing. So at some point, I'm just like, are you in there? And he's just like, yeah. And he's there doing his thing, sweating and everything. And me, I'm just like, I feel nothing. Nothing. And I'm just like, there's something wrong with me. Am I a virgin? Have I lost my virginity and I didn't know? Is it possible that like I'm just not a virgin? And then he goes, let's see. Do virgins even have orgasms? I'm like, no. And he's like, okay. And he's like, virgins don't have orgasms, do they? I'm just like, I don't know. He's like, nah, they don't have orgasms. Like giving himself a pat on the back, like, it's not me that's the problem. It's you that's the problem. So then that's the first time it happened. And I felt nothing. And I was just like, I was highly disappointed. And I thought there was something wrong with me. Like, did my hymen break during some other period in my life? What happened? But round two is when I realized I don't think he even penetrated me.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't go all the way.
Was he a virgin?
Was he a virgin? That's a good question.
That's a really good question, because when I had it the real time, which is now I say I lost my virginity twice. I felt it. There was bleeding. There was all of that. You know what I mean? Like, it was literally like, I think the person didn't have the facilities to do the job. You know, so unfortunately, his appendage, his penis, did not reach my hymen area in order to break my virginity. So the first guy was just like, he warmed up the spot for the next guy. And then now the next guy, it was like an amazing experience. I was babysitting at somebody else's house. I told him, come on over. We did it on the couch, and I bled all over the couch at somebody else's house. It's so ratchet and ghetto, but I did it.
And for me, I faked everything.
Did
you know, we used to watch porn. We used to watch pornography. We like lock the house and just watch with our neighbors, kina nani. So now when I did it, I was just like, yeah, I'm just doing what I saw on TV.
all the noises?
It was so fake, and I was not enjoying it. I was just like, that's enough.
And I think,
get
like,
off me.
Yeah, and so many times, like, we see, like, there's expectations of how we think it's supposed to be. If, for example, if you've been there watching porn, if you've heard from your friends and family, you think this is how it's supposed to be, and then you get disappointed when it's not. So, like, I think some pointers that we can give you if you're in a situation where you're thinking about losing your virginity, you haven't exactly done it yet. Here's how you can do it in a safe way where you're not as disappointed as maybe some of us were, you know? And I think the first and foremost, as much as we say that, like, you know, it's your choice and everything, I think you should do it with somebody that you're actually interested in, that you actually have true feelings for, that you care about. My first person, I didn't really care about them too much, but now the guy who actually broke my virginity properly, I could say, like, I was obsessed with him.
I feel so bad because
Someone that makes you comfortable, you know?
That's absolutely true. And you just actually reminded me of a true fact, which is that sometimes it doesn't actually go all the way. And you just assume that, yep, that it is what it is. So you don't count that as the first time, do you? Are you allowed to count that as the first time?
Oh, so me, I'm not a two-parter. That one doesn't count.
The first one doesn't count. The first one definitely does not count. Because, like, because of these half-limp guys, like, does it even, how?
Boy.
Okay, anyway, yes. So it has to be obviously with someone you're very, very comfortable with, because it's those emotions that you are that faking it, all that pressure, because there's a lot of pressure for you to do the right things or do them in the way that you've watched them in porn or you've heard your friends talking about it, because everyone's experience is different. But yeah, if you're with a person who you're comfortable with, then you're definitely just going to experience your experience versus trying to mirror it against other people's experiences. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. You have to be comfortable. You have to do it with someone you're comfortable with, because later on when I did it with someone who I was comfortable with, it was actually fun and it was amazing. amazing. I actually enjoy the whole experience. But then again, we should stop watching this pornography.
Yeah.
Because you get there with expectations, and then when they're not met, you just get frustrated, you even break up,
Yeah.
or you just like, I don't know, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
And
that
when you
actually
and it was
is
when it's the first time, like you don't even realize that these people are acting, okay? You
Yeah.
don't know whether this person is enjoying themselves to the fullest or not, and everything. You shouldn't have such unrealistic expectations of your partner, and he hasn't done it. Even if he's a professional, you haven't done it before, you know. And something else that you have to, like, you know, at least I can see from all of us, the place that we chose was a good place. Except for me, please don't do it at a place that you're not supposed to. Make sure you choose a home that is either your partner's home or your home, that you're in a comfortable place where you're not going to get caught and you're feeling anxious about that, you know.
Mimi nilikuwa kwa hostel.
Ooh, girl.
Male hostel.
Okay, so like if I recount the very, very first one, I was so panicked. Do you know what I did? Immediately after, the very first time, which I didn't think that happened, I literally ran to a chemist, and you know what I did? I got a shot. As in, I got a contraceptive shot for 3 months. I was so panicked. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I'm going to get pregnant. I'm definitely, I'm going to get pregnant. And I'm just so confused and so scared. Ran immediately. Didn't even know where I went. I just opened the door and left. When I came back, I'm like, yeah, I got the 3-month shot. He's like, how did you do that without telling me?
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense.
Exactly.
And me, I'm happy that the guy I was with decided to use a condom.
Yeah.
You know, condoms are
Very
very
important.
important.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
can get pregnant. Already I'd started my period, and I wasn't ready to become a mother, and my mom was the harshest parent that I've ever seen. And probably she would have just thrown me out of the house. So I'm just glad that he decided to use a condom, because I was very young. I was in Form 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least if all of you are young, maybe it might be difficult for you to think about these things, because I think us as women, we also need to be carrying the condoms with us
True.
when we're ready to have sex.
Yeah.
But here's a question that I'm going to throw into the mix, yeah? So what if you're not comfortable with latex? Like, you know, there's just
It's your first time. How do
It's
you
just
How do you
a
know?
How do you
discomfort.
know?
Good
You
point.
better use that condom. Don't listen to this girl over here. Contraceptives are important. We're not trying to get STDs, and we're not trying to get pregnant when you're not ready. You also have to remember, take it slow. All right? Foreplay is your best friend, and practice makes perfect. The first time, let me not lie to you, you're not going to have rainbows and butterflies and oh my gosh, it's amazing. Even for men, I've seen that they say, like, it's not exactly like it's the best thing in the world. Like, yes, they might get an orgasm, but it's not like the same as after you've been experienced and you've done it a couple of times. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Yeah.
And we should also understand that men are also virgins. Let's not expect so much from them. Like you said, Yos, you don't even know that if it went all in or not, because he didn't know what he was doing.
Also, for different people, it's a different experience. Because technically speaking, just because he's not a virgin doesn't mean that he's had the most exhilarating sexual experiences before you.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, yeah, it's good to have that respect.
Now, that was our experience with losing our virginity. We want to hear from you, though. What was your experience? Was it crazy? Was it not? Was it ratchet? You make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ebru TV Kenya. Go to the comments over there. I know our comment section gets crazy. I can foresee the drama already for this video. Remember, it's a safe space over here. There's no boundaries. You can talk about whatever, wherever, whatever your topic is, we're ready to talk about it. But for now, we'll see you next time. Bye.